Broadway news that you want to know on the Salisha Show. Starring you and your favorite pros on the Salisha Show. Staying true, going with the flow on the Salisha Show. So come on through, everybody glow on the Salisha Show.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Salisha. Welcome to the Salisha Show. Thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching this live or listening in post on the podcast on the Broadway Podcast Network. Thank you for being here. I'm so excited to introduce to you my guest today. She's incredible. She's listen, I met her a couple weeks ago and I just didn't know. And listening to her, and I saw some of her credits, but then hearing her talk about, I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, all right, Juilliard grad. First of all, there's nothing casual about that. But let's see here. She's Tony, Grammy, and Emmy Award nominated. She's performed at Carnegie Hall, Lincoln Center, Madison Square Garden. She's headlined multiple pop and opera concerts. She's done 3 Broadway shows. Ever heard of Sondheim on Sondheim or Motown on Broadway? And also most recently, Caroline or Change. Let's see here. Also, I think she went to the Manhattan School of Music in addition to Juilliard. And she's currently developing a new Dorothy Dandridge musical. And also, she is the creator of the Nikinji Foundation. Y'all, will you please put your hands together and help me welcome Nikinji?
Hello. Wow, what an introduction. Thank you so much.
I mean, that wasn't even half of the things that you've done. Like literally that was just like truncated, cute and simple, but you have done so much and you're so busy. And aren't you going on tour in Europe or somewhere like today or something? What's your life right now?
What is my life? Wow. I am leaving on Friday to perform in Portugal and Lisbon, Portugal, and Barcelona, Spain.
For what? What are you doing?
So I am the headliner for the Ritz-Carlton yacht. So it's, yes. So I'll be
so
doing...
bougie.
Yes, it sounds very bougie. Come on, Ritz-Carlton. We love Ritz-Carlton. So I've done it one time before and they're bringing me back and they've been so generous with like, whichever voyage you want to do, let us know. We want you back. So they have me flying into Lisbon on Friday. I stay in Lisbon for about a night. Saturday night. So I get to spend the whole day there. And then I get onto the yacht in Lisbon on Sunday morning. And then it cruises throughout Portugal and Spain and ends in Barcelona. And I am doing 2 shows that I created. One is called Lights of Broadway, songs from Motown, Wicked, Tina, and more. And then the other show that I have that I do is Forever Summer, tribute to the Donna Summer.
Oh, I know you kill all of that. You know, I don't have my playbills in front of me, but I'm 95% sure, 98% sure that I saw you in Motown on Broadway.
Yes. I was very well. I had the blonde. I was the blonde.
Yes. Was Deshawn in the show with you at the time?
Who?
Deshawn Young.
Deshawn, no. Deshawn was not. No, I was in it from when I was an original cast member and went into
OBC.
I think, yeah, I love, yes, exactly, right? Always love to be that cast album, get listed, like original, like, yay. And then I got pregnant and took a maternity leave. So I took a maternity leave from Motown that May and then came back to the show. When was this? I had my daughter in October. So I came back to the show like in December.
Girl.
And then they gave us our closing notice that like there was only 7 more weeks. So I was like,
oh, it's still like a luxury though that there was even a show to come back to. These days shows don't be lasting. You're like, maternity leave means goodbye for real.
Yeah, like no one believed that I was going to be coming back. They figured like, they figure, oh, Mackenzie is going to be like, she's going to have her baby. She's not trying to come to this 8-show week thing. And I was like, we all know that maternity leave does not mean paid maternity leave. So
Wow.
yeah, I'm coming back for that production contract pay.
Were you scared? Was that was your first child? You have one?
Yes, just one.
How did you feel being in a show, being a performer on Broadway, currently working, and then? I mean, obviously, this is like where my mindset is right now. I'm
Yes,
like,
of course, mom.
I'm like,
Congratulations.
thank you.
Gosh, like I need to get a hat that says mom. Like I'm behind the wheel. What's going on?
Yeah, I only got it because I got my husband a hat that said dad.
Okay. All right. Well, I do have t-shirts that will be like Jazara's mom. Like she's part of like a dance troupe. So like all the moms have like the t-shirts and the jackets, you know, this is
So cute.
I'm like, I don't need a name. It's just Jazara's mom. Just Jazara's mom.
No, she's Mackenzie, everybody. But like, how did you like? I wasn't even planning on asking you mom stuff, but I'm sorry. It's just where my brain is right now. How did you do that and come back and you work all the time. You just never really stop.
Yeah. So I did a maternity leave from Motown because there were so many quick changes, and because we're at the Lunfontaine Theater, the way it's created, the backstage area, there were a lot of times where I was going like up and down steps, you know, to like get onto sets and change and go. Yeah. And it was just a little much for being pregnant, you know, and then of course, you know, starting to show. So I kind of left before I started to really show, like to the point where they had to like make adjustments to my costumes. Like I didn't get that far into my pregnancy before leaving. But because of the wear and tear of the body, just the 8 shows a week, my doctor was like, you can't, like, I'm going to need you to like, but I wasn't on bed rest. I just couldn't do like 8 shows a week. So
there's so much that happens.
So then what I ended up doing, I was still working, but I was doing like symphony concerts. So I literally was performing up until 8 months pregnant. I was wobbling on stage, you know, singing, you know.
Shut up!
Yes.
And how was your voice? Did it get better? Did you get winded?
Oh, my voice is great.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my voice is great. I guess it all depends on like, you know, if you have twins or, you know, or if you're carrying high or low, you know what I mean? But it didn't really take, I can't even say it took some getting used to. It wasn't, because I was always singing. Like it was just nonstop. So like my singing just, my breath control and tonation all just made its natural adjustment to my body.
Great.
Just, you know, and that's what's so wonderful about being a woman. Like your body, like, just does these miraculous things and gives birth to human beings and I mean feeds the child too. I mean, like I was nursing immediately. I mean, when I came back to Motown, I literally was like pumping in between breaks.
Wow.
Yeah. Like I was like, okay, costume change. Wait, before I get onto the costume, let me pump.
How long did you breastfeed? You don't have to answer that if you don't want to.
No, I breastfed for a while.
Okay.
I loved breastfeeding. I just
it's
loved
500 calories a day.
I just, you know, I mean, we call it gold, liquid gold. That's what we call that milk. And so she wasn't, you know, I was packing it in a freezer. I had the pouches, and then as she started getting bigger and eating more, then the liquid gold was disappearing.
Okay.
But I breastfed until she was at least 3.
Oh, that's longer than I thought you were going to say. Okay, this is very encouraging to me because I'm like, I want to breastfeed. I'm like, okay, how long should I do it? I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I know it's like good for you to do it, like the mom to do it. So, I mean,
and I know moms who fed their kids till like 5.
No, you don't. No, they're in kindergarten.
You'd be like having this big old child crawling on top of you.
5?
Mama, hungry.
You're performing in the Christmas play at 5. Oh my.
and you know, so listen, I don't pass any judgment. Listen,
No, everyone's gonna do their own thing.
everyone is different, and they say the longer you breastfeed, the smarter your child is too.
See, then I would go to 7.
Right?
Especially if we gonna save money on feeding a third person.
I mean, listen, obviously after a certain point, you're breastfeeding them and feeding them solids. They're not just
all milk diet.
They're not solely on milk, but you know,
I wasn't ready for this. But I love it. You know, there's so much judgment, and I'm unfortunately having to learn this firsthand myself. But everyone's got an opinion. Everyone is like, this is
gosh, yeah, and everyone, and it seems like more men have an opinion on women's bodies. So, you know, with that said, as a woman living in the year of 2025 and about to give birth to another human being that men can't do, I think it's really important that we all embrace how our body changes to accommodate that extra human being that is solely being dependent on our resources that we digest, and never feel ashamed or humiliated or anything that's negative as to what our body is capable of doing. Wow. And what we want to do as women. Like it's our bodies, it's our children, and we know what's best instinctively. Just instinctively. You don't have to read books to know how to be a mom, or like it's just like women are so smart. They're so smart. Like, don't give ourselves enough credit for that we just automatically just know the answer just intuitively.
So what I'm inspired by, first, I'm inspired by you for many reasons, but it's really like cool to see a Black woman doing her thing, has been performing for years, maybe decades. Yes. And like nonstop. And you just keep going. You sing in 11 languages. Is that correct? Like, what the heck? Is Ebonics one of them? How do you do? Like, what 11 languages?
11 languages. I have to give that credit to Manhattan School of Music and the Juilliard School, because when I was training for opera, like I went to school to train as an opera singer, and which is why it's having that training and that technique allows me to be as versatile as I am now, because I definitely developed like the bel canto technique, which is one of the strongest vocal techniques to have as an opera singer. And so my voice has been healthy. I've never had any nodes, nothing, you know what I mean? Wow. And so, yeah. And I sing 8 styles of music. I sing pop, I sing jazz, I sing rock and roll, I sing opera. I mean, whatever.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
Oh my gosh. Whew. That's a really difficult question, because if I had a favorite, I think that's all I would do. But because I have multiple favorites, I cross the genre lines all the time.
Okay, right? Fair.
Because I'm not content with just opera. I'm not content with just jazz. I'm not content with just disco. And when I got exposed to these different languages, it was, we have the 3 basic languages that you learn for opera. I'm a soprano, so Italian, German, and French. Right? Those are
basic. So basic.
Yes. So that's so basic. And so those are the three languages as a soprano that I'm going to sing the most, right? I'm always going to like Puccini, Mozart, Strauss, like, so there's Fox that we're in, right, for opera. But I was also very much, even when I was in school, very much into the contemporary music, contemporary classical music. So I would do a lot of, when I was at Juilliard, they had like the Juilliard ensemble. Juilliard, it was all about contemporary music. So I then started getting chosen to sing all these different new projects. Like, so I'd be with like the Juilliard Orchestra, and then I would be singing in Quechua because it was a new piece by, Alessandro Rossi, who was from Peru in the Inca land, and he wrote his piece in Quechua. So I had to learn how to sing in Quechua. And then there's so many beautiful songs like Rachmaninoff and Glier. So then I started I started learning Russian so I can sing that music. And then I was doing oratorios. So then oratorios were mainly in Latin. So then I was singing in Latin. So there was, and I loved, then I got hired to do an opera that was based on Nelson Mandela's life. And so a portion of that opera was in Zulu. So all of these projects that I would be hired to do or I'd want to do incorporated like having to learn a different language in order to actually, sing that music.
Related, not related. Do you know how many countries you've been to?
Oh, I've never counted. Oh my God, I don't know. Okay, let's do it now. So wait, America, right? Canada, France, Germany, Israel, Spain, Austria, Romania, Hungary. Did I say UK? No, UK. Yeah, because I did West End there. I think that's it. Am I forgetting something?
Yeah, you're literally going on tour this week.
Oh, and I'm going to Portugal. So that's 11 now. So yeah. So this week we'll make it 11.
Okay, wait. You've not been to Africa yet.
I haven't been to Africa.
When you go, you go speak Zulu?
I sing. I sing in Zulu.
I'ma sing to you.
Make me someone who has been to Africa. But my name is from the Congo. So, I would love to go to Africa.
Me too.
Please,
Me
can
too.
somebody hire me to sing throughout that entire continent? That would be great.
Holy Spirit, do you hear her right now? Hello? Hello?
Yes, but I have some amazing African friends, and I just, hear all about like the beauty and just, it's just, I'd love to go to, Liberia. I have a lot of Liberian friends. And so, yeah, there's just so many different parts of Africa I'd love to go to.
How about this? Broadway or the opera world?
Oh my God, don't tell me that. Okay, so here's the thing. I feel like I've not conquered, but I've done 3 Broadway shows. So I feel like, okay, that's good, right? They always say like the first Broadway, you just do 1, like maybe you're lucky. And then 2, then, okay, so maybe you belong here. Okay, 3, okay, all right, fine.
You did the thing. That's real.
But I've never done the Met Opera. So has always been.
Wait, hold up. Isn't your daughter doing the Met right now?
My daughter has made her Met Opera debut at 10 years old.
How?
So I've told my daughter that whenever she is in a room and it's appropriate and she's there with the conductor, that she needs to let the conductor know that that her mother, is an opera singer. And, like when she was doing Aida, if Aida needed a cover, like, I'm here, I could be like, Ritorno vincito. I can do it. I'm ready. Come on.
Oh my God. You're like, here's my headshot, honey. Just take this with you whenever you go and just put it on your backpack. Say it.
I'm like, what? You're doing Queen of Spades now? Oh my God! All right, like, listen.
That is honestly, we were joking about this. I was like, it took me 33 years to get to Radio City, and this little baby inside of me is like, day one, baby, let's go. Like,
Day one. Exactly. That's exactly how it is. You know,
What?
and technically, Jazara has done Broadway. She was the first Motown Broadway baby because
what do you mean? Technically, that counts.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was on Broadway when I was pregnant with her, so you know, I was singing nothing you could say could tear me away from my guy. If they really listened closely, they would have heard in my tummy, my guy.
Oh my God. I mean, honestly, precious.
Put that on a resume.
I mean, honestly, like special skills, like on Broadway in the womb.
Yeah.
Okay,
exactly.
I really want to know about you doing the musical that you're developing, the Dorothy Dandridge musical. How at Carnegie Hall? I'm sorry, who develops? I ain't never heard of nobody developing their musical at Carnegie Hall. Did I read that correctly? That can't be right.
Yes, it's right. It's right. I wanted the world to hear her music, the music that we created for Dorothy Dandridge. It's written by the amazing Shelton Becton and co-lyrics with Trey Ellis. And it was really, really important to me that the first stage that we were able to grace celebrating Dorothy Dandridge's life and showcasing her music was Carnegie Hall. So then it only goes up from there. And it says it's nice to say, we debuted it to a sold out audience at Carnegie Hall, and now you can do it on Broadway. It
sounds
just
freaking cool. Like, it sounds like what the actual heck. And where in the creative process do you find yourself like gravitating towards? Are you the onstage talent? Are you helping write any parts of it? Are you where do you fall in?
So I am a conceiver of the show. So this was an idea that I had many years ago. And then I handpicked the team to be able to showcase what my vision was, and so I'm a conceiver on the project. I'm also the lead producer of the project. I'm also playing the role of Dorothy Dandridge, alongside with a 13 to 15 cast of singer dancers. We have the amazing Tamara Tooney, who is our director, and looking to bring on board more producers that can literally shepherd us to Broadway. We are now at the point where after we did Carnegie Hall, we then did the New York Theater Festival, where it was fully on its feet for it was like a 90-minute presentation workshop. And but it was open to the public. So we had 3 sold out shows. So we know that there is an audience for
an audience.
Dorothy Dandridge, right? It is on.
Oh my gosh.
And so at the New York Theater Festival, we got the most nominations and the most awards out of all the shows in that season. So that just added to the accolades for the show. The idea was to be able to create opportunities for the show to thrive. So one is I wanted to have Carnegie Hall on its, we debuted the show at Carnegie Hall. Then I wanted to be able to say, now this is an award-winning musical because we won awards at the New York Theater Festival, so that now we can then take it to a regional theater or bring it to off-Broadway and try and shepherd it so that the trajectory is Broadway.
It's really incredible. I feel like for young performers who might be listening in or tuning into this, it's so easy to get to New York and be like, oh, I'm auditioning for all these things. I want to be a lead. I want to be a star. And yes, you can go to the audition. You can book that role from an open call even. It's helpful to have an agent. You don't have to. But from what I have been deducing from things I've seen, from the story you just told, from television projects that I have watched, is that a lot of times the star helped create the project. And so there's a leadership quality that comes in there. It's not always just stumbling into a room and hoping someone picks you. But something that I see in you, Nikinji, is like you are very proactive about your career, about your path, about your trajectory, and intentional. Yes, you probably, I mean, maybe you auditioned for Motown and you got in it like that. And for the Dorothy Dandridge musical, when you will be center stage, it's like you helped bring everybody together in the room and bring your vision to life. I think it's just really special and important.
Thank you. I think it's even more important for us brown and black people to do that, because we need more of our stories on stage. We need more representation of us on stage. And
behind the scenes.
Yes. And exactly. And we need to be behind that table, right?
Yeah.
Make those decisions. And it's, as performers, it's hard because, I mean, listen, if this was easy, everybody would be doing it, right? Right? And it is hard. No, we're not saying that it's not hard, but we are saying that, we can thrive in this and that it can be so rewarding when we do get it up and, on stage or on a film or on TV, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just, and never to discredit our ideas or our visions.
Right?
There
are so many mediocre ideas out there that make it all the way.
And making a lot of money.
Why shouldn't we value our own
and we're in those shows as ensemble members in the background, just so that they can say that it's a diverse cast. Did I say that? Instead of us being upfront and being...
Listen, I don't know. I might edit this out, but I'm like, the new George Clooney musical, I'm like, I think I haven't seen one black person in the back somewhere in one of those photos. I'm like, come on, George, for real? Have you learned nothing?
Have you learned nothing in these years? I mean, listen.
George Clooney, I'm sure he's selling very well.
Yeah, I mean, it's George Clooney.
I'm just like, but...
So that means that it was going to sell with or without roles being open for us. Just saying.
Oh my gosh, I could talk about so many things. Even I saw Denzel and Jake Gyllenhaal in Othello. Oh my gosh, chef's kiss. It is good, girl.
I have to see it. I have to see
good. The first act, I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I forgot to read this in high school, and I can't note it right now because they took all of our phones and pouched them so that we couldn't use our phones during the show. So I'm like, okay,
what's going on? Are you serious,
girl? Yes.
What? So wait. Wait, so when you enter, they take your...
Yes. And you have to turn it off. They put it in a pouch and you cannot get to it. Like, you can't steal the pouch because you will never get your phone back.
Wow. Okay. So then I need to make sure that I have a hat that has like a little...
Bring a second phone.
A little pen, those little pens. You'd be like, those little, like those FBI. Be like,
the little FBI. I've been looking out for the people who are like in California. I'm like, growing up in college, we would look for the bootlegs, the slime tutorials, so we could see like, okay, what's this about? How did they do it? Mm-hmm. They're like, good luck.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, wait. I'm talking to you about so many things, and I really want to mention that you and I are partnering. Well, the Nikinji Foundation is partnering with the Salisha Show very soon. As soon as Monday, Monday, the 28th, at the Big Apple Talent Show competition.
Yes,
you guys are partnering with us for the People's Choice Award.
People's Choice Award. We are sponsoring that because we are in awe of what you are doing. And, when we met several weeks ago and I, knew this competition and the purpose of it. And so, yeah, I immediately wanted to jump on board to be able to give an additional cash award to one of these lucky performers. I mean, like, it's just so nice that like you creating this platform for these performers. And so
I can say the same for you. It's so in alignment with what you guys are doing and what you're doing. You have a competition coming up yourself. The winner of your competition is help me if I'm saying this wrong, a 15-day, all expenses paid trip to Paris.
Paris, yes. Je m'appelle Nikenji. Je t'aime Paris. Oh.
Which is incredible. And so our finalists will be able to submit into that and have access to the opportunity to get.
Absolutely. And your winner, your top prize winner, is immediately becomes a wild card and goes straight through to our finals.
Awesome. And I'll be there. The finals are May 17th.
May 17th at the Off-Broadway Theater 555. So for those performers who have not yet done their Off-Broadway debut, this will be a chance for them to make their Off-Broadway debut performing.
That's so cool.
Competition. So that it was really important for us to incorporate that too, so that like everyone comes out as a winner, in one way or another.
Awesome. Nikenji, this is going to be so much fun. I wish I got to meet you on Monday in person.
I know. I'm going to try and I'm going to be singing really loud from Lisbon. So maybe you'll hear me. Maybe it'll get to you to New York City. But no, I'm so glad that the foundation is collaborating with your competition. It's so important to have a platform to give opportunities for these young and aspiring and vivacious artists that, you have to be so confident in what you do to be able to like be on stage and showcase yourself. Right.
Yeah.
And then to showcase yourself, and know that you're being judged. Right. And of course, it's such a hard job to be a judge, right? Which is why I am not doing it at our competition.
I'm not doing it at mine.
I'm hosting.
I'll do it at yours, but I'm not doing it at mine.
Yeah, it's too much. Like, so we're going to be hosting. I'm going to be hosting, and we're going to have some performers as well, and some surprise performers. But this program, which is so exciting, it's the ultimate Paris experience where these from ages 12 to 30, because and it's such a range because, just because you graduate from college doesn't mean that you're ready to have a big career, right? We all know like it's the hustle. We're all still auditioning. People over 30 still auditioning for jobs.
Yeah.
And so this is a way of just honing into your skill no matter where you're at in your career. If you're just starting, you're in college or out of college. And there's an amazing faculty. Like we have Will Smith's acting coach on the faculty. We have Beyonce's vocal coach on the faculty. I'm on the faculty. We have some like dance, like amazing. So it's really like for honing in on the skills of being a triple threat. So if you're really great in singing, but not so great in dancing and acting, well, we're going to have acting coaches and dancing teachers for you there. And then we do an accumulation of everything that we've learned through the lessons, through the master classes, through the workshops at the Majestic Theater in Paris, which was made famous by Josephine Baker. So we are going to be able to grace the stage that, a legend was performing on so many, decades ago. So it's really
iconic. It's iconic.
And it's our first year doing this. So we're hoping that, this can be something that we do every year,
What
like
will year 2 hold? That's incredible. Will Smith's acting, like, it's just awesome. And I'm so glad that we could partner together. And I'll get to meet you on May 17th at your competition, right?
Yes. And our competition is we're still taking applications. We extended it. So the finals are on final submission is Friday, April 25th. And people can go to nikenjifoundation.org to get more information about that and how to submit. And then we are going to do the competition May 17th. We're also going to be looking at doing some workshops before the actual competition itself. So some people who may not be actually competing can take part in some of these workshops that we're going to do about like pitching yourself and creating projects for yourself and acting and dancing. And so it's going to be like a full day of just immersive experience of the arts in whatever field that your specialty is in.
It's very cool. I'm so excited. That we're doing this. And thank you. And for those who are listening, if you want to reach out to Nikenji through the channels that she just said, I have her contact here where you can go find more information at Diva Nikenge. That's Nkenge, Diva Nikenge, or at the Nikenji Foundation or nikenjifoundation.org. Yes.
And then nikenjimusic.com is my artist page, and I'll be updating information on that because I am coming out with a live album. I just headlined the Ella Fitzgerald Festival at the Ferguson Center for the Arts 2 weeks ago, and I recorded. Yes, so I recorded. So if you want to hear Too Darn Hot. It's a whole jazz album honoring Ella Fitzgerald, Billie Holiday, Dinah Washington, and releasing it this summer. So that's going to be something, and a portion of the sales that we do is going to be benefiting the Nikenji Foundation.
Awesome. Folks, you heard it here first. Thank you so much, Nikenji, for joining me today. Thank you for working through my technical difficulties and all of the things. And thank you guys for listening. Something I didn't mention is if you happen to be coming to the Big Apple Talent Competition on Monday, Andrew and I will be doing a gender reveal. So
what? At the competition?
Yes. Tabulating. It'll be a good filler.
Oh my God. I can't. Okay. How are you going to do it? Like, I'm not going to be there. I'm so upset. All be video taped? It's going to be like
there'll be a live stream link. And so that will also be available. So
you're going to have like some big old box that like you open it up and like pink smoke comes out of it or blue smoke. That's what people do. Wow. That I've seen on Instagram. It's crazy.
I know,
they'll have like the luxury version where like someone's like, they like open a box and it's like a pink car. Like, oh my God. And right. And then they'll like go back and they'll be like, folks, like, there'll be like a toilet. Everyone's like crammed in the bathroom and they flush the toilet. And then they decide what color that water is. It's like,
that is so funny. I have never heard of that.
Yes. All sorts of things on Instagram. You never, So you can go really cheap or you can go really expensive.
Oh, my.
Lavish, or you can be like, all right, let's flush the toilet.
Nikenji, thank you for joining me today. You're incredible.
So much. Thank you. I'm so glad to have been here. It's such a pleasure. I adore you, and I cannot wait for us to finally be able to meet in person. I can hug you to as much as I possibly can around your belly.
Right. Belly too. Thank you. Right. And I feel the same exact way. And good luck on your tour Friday.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Until we meet. Yes,
and good luck on the competition on Monday.
Thank you. Woo!
Yeah.
All right.
Get your ticket.
Get your ticket.